today? Well, here's when I'm doing this voiceover anyway. I've got a quick video for you today in a recent upgrade I've completed on the MR2 to improve the gear cage. When you shift change, there is a slight bit of play due to the rubber bushings that the gear cage sits on, so I've swapped those out for the ones that you see in terrible slow motion there on the video. I do apologise for that. And they then create zero play in the gear cage whatsoever. It does take a little bit of getting used to, and at first I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but it is a massive improvement, so worthwhile mod. I didn't change the short shift throw. I left the gear lever at the length it is because it's just my preference. I prefer it at that length. So first thing to do this mod is just unscrew the gear knob and put that out of the way, and you then need to take out the two small Phillips head screws either side of the center console plastics there, and that is all that is actually holding that center console in place. Once those four screws are out, you'll just be able to lift that straight up. Now I did forget a small easy thing to do here to enable me to get it off easy, and you'll see me have to struggle a bit, put it back down, and then do this is put the gear lever into third, because if you don't, you can't easily get the plastics over the handbrake lever, so do remember to do that. There we go, Mark. Ah, yes, put it into third. There we go. There. So when you lift it off, you know, don't go mad and then just like pull it away, because you've got two power window switches under there that need disconnecting. So there's two cable blocks there, and there's also a cable clip on the underneath of the center console that keep that cable out of the way of any moving parts. So those three things need removing, and then it's just a case of just moving that plastic out your way. I did this mod when I was changing the interior of the car, so that's why there's no seats in there currently, and I have spoken to other people who have done this in place. It was easier for me to do it with the seats out, because obviously then you've got loads of room to be able to do what you needed to do. And to be honest, I would recommend that you take at least one of the seats out. They're quite easy to take out. It's 4 bolts and the seat sensor switch power block underneath it, so I think you'd find it much easier to do it in that way. So with all that unplugged and out of the way, you then got full access to that nylon gear cage, and as you can see just at the front there, at the bottom of the cage, there are 4 bolts holding the thing in, 2 at the front and 2 at the back. They're very accessible to take out, so just get your sockets set. You're not going to be able to take the rear 2 out with a spanner because they're recessed in the nylon. One thing to remember, and I'll put the torque setting at the end of the video because I can't remember it while I'm doing this narration, is when you bolt these back down onto your new bushings, you are bolting down onto nylon, so don't do it super tight. It needs to be at the specific torque setting, otherwise you risk damaging or cracking the nylon, and you don't want that, because that's just a whole world of hurt you do not need to deal with. So I'll put that torque setting at the end of the video. So you can sort of see there, and you'll see a little bit later on as well, the existing bushings are a rubber with a metal collar that fits in from the underneath, and the collar's got a lip on the underneath of it, so you can't pull these out from the top. The existing bushings you'll need to pull out from the underneath, and they pop out quite easily, it's not really an issue. You do have to give them a little bit, but you know, it's not like you're going to be struggling to get these things out. They'll just pull out. So there we go, there's the replacements. You get the bushing, a washer, a spring washer, and then a longer reach bolt. The existing bolts you can't reuse because the bushes are longer. And there it is compared to the existing one. So quite a chunky item, you're upgrading it. And there's that collar that I was talking about, so you can't pull them out from the top, they have to come out from the underneath. So simply just lift the gear cage up a bit and put your new bushings in place. They'll just sort of sit and locate in those each point in the corner there, and then once it's in underneath, it's washer, spring washer, and then bolt through the top of it. My advice would be, as I'm about to do here, don't tighten them up, perhaps get it in the, just locate it in the thread of the floor pan, because these bolt straight into the floor pan. Perhaps just locate it in a bit, because you do need to have a little bit of play in the existing cage to be able to get all the other mounts underneath and then get the bolts into the existing 4 mounts. So yeah, just get the bolts in place, perhaps a few turns of the thread that's in, and then bolt them all to the floor to the specified torque setting. There we go, that's how they pop out. You know, not too difficult, but they do have to come out from the bottom. So there they are with all 4 in place. As I say, it is a simple mod and it really changes the feel of the gear throw. It makes it far more sort of race spec, if you like. Here's the torque setting for you. Try not to go over that. If you haven't got a torque wrench, then just don't go mad. It needs to be firm so it doesn't move, but you don't want to crush the nylon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button and perhaps leave me a comment, and perhaps subscribe. Thanks for watching.